Daniel Lovett here. I was going to apologize for the lighting, but I'm like, no, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. I'm sitting in my backyard on Easter evening. Well, it's Easter in the West Coast still. It's very late, catching some of you at the wee hours of the morning. So I'd like to talk to you about the most important thing. I'll tell you, I was so blessed to have a microphone at church this morning. And a church, an official one, an official church. Okay, so, you know what? I belong in the official church, for I am a Christian. I deserve the microphone, for I am over 30 years of age. Every man is a priest and a king, and every man has a voice. Every man deserves a microphone. Every man. It is a council of equals. That is what a church is. A church is a council of equals. You see? So this equal here had his chance behind a microphone today on Easter at church. And I spoke to them from my heart. I looked them in the eye as I'm looking at you in the eye. And I said, Jesus is available to you. And I said, well, here's part of my complaint. Part of my complaint is that all my best friends, not all of them, certainly not all of them, I assure you, some of my best friends are running from God, running from love, saying, I'm not hungry for that. Don't want that in my life. I don't want Jesus in my life. Some of my friends have said that. It broke my heart. It so discouraged me. I'm like, here I am field testing the gospel and it's not working on this one. It's a tough nut to crack. I'm like, well, if it works for him, it can work for everyone. I'm like, field testing the gospel. Field testing the love of Jesus and the acknowledgement of him as Lord. You see, being very discouraged by some of my friends because they were saying a firm, hard no. I will not bend the knee to Jesus. I do not acknowledge your Jesus. And in so doing, they reject themselves. They reject themselves, and they reject themselves. They deny him. Anyway, what I said is Jesus is available to you. I met a hungry person. Somebody who was open to hearing it, and I poured into them. And I said, Jesus is available to you. He told me. I woke up with you on my heart. I was praying for you, and Jesus said this to you. Seek me, and you will find me. For God rewards those who diligently seek him. Ask and keep on asking, and you will receive. Seek and keep on seeking, and you will find. Knock and keep on knocking, and the door will be open to you. You have Jesus Christ's guarantee. God in the flesh, who cannot lie, spoke these words to you. Jesus is available to you. That's what I said to them. I was supposed to be giving a testimony about, and in 2 minutes no less, about my life before, and then I met Jesus, and then my life after. I'm like, I'm living a continual testimony of every moment I'm encountering Jesus. And you all are living your testimony right now too, I told them. I said, but if you don't want to know about the dark times, sure, let's confront this. You know what I confronted? I confronted a doctrine of devils. Right to all their faces. And I said, Satan had convinced me I lost my salvation. And I would not wish the feelings of doomed and damnness and abandonment on my worst enemy, not even Hitler or Genghis Khan or any other sinner you could manufacture from the cesspool of humanity. I told him this. You want to know about my darkest time? You want to know about my darkest time? I hated myself. I hated myself. And I punished myself for all manner of reasons, most of which is because I'm so ashamed that I've ever doubted his love. What if it was that? What if it was that? You punished yourself because you were ashamed that you ever doubted his love. And I said, well, you know what? I doubted his love. I hated myself. I was so ashamed. I was doing nursing home concerts. And at one of them, prompted by the Spirit, call it prompted by the Spirit if you will, I was prompted by the Spirit to read about the prodigal son. And I said, Jesus shared this story to share what his Father is really like. Jesus came to show us who the Father really is. Jesus is what God has to say about himself. Jesus. And he is sharing the story to say, this is what my Father's like. A shepherd has 100 sheep and loses one. One wanders off. He goes in search of the one. He leaves the 99 and goes in search of the one until he has found it. You see, I wish I could have taken more than 2 minutes to get into all of this story with my peeps at church this morning. He goes in search of the one until he finds it. And when he finds it, he carries it on his shoulders and comes home and rejoices. There is a party. They throw a party. You see? They throw a party. That's what Jesus wants to do in each one of our lives. He wants to throw a party. And then, this is what God is like. He's like a woman. He's like a woman. It's like a woman who has 10 coins and loses one and searches her house until she finds it. And when she finds it, party, let the party begin. I will spend a portion of this coin to throw on the biggest party for finding this coin. Very valuable coin. You are a very valuable coin. No. It goes even deeper. No, you in this picture are a son of God. You are the son of the Father. And you said, I demand my inheritance now. I'm done with this. I want to go live my own life. I want to go do what I want to do. I want to go serve myself. I want to go sleep with prostitutes. I want to go sleep with prostitutes. That's what the prodigal said in his heart. That's what he did. Spent his father's fortune on harlots. And he was reduced to feeding pigs. And wanting to eat the food in the slop. Oh, there's something good in there. I'm hungry. Oh, what am I doing here? My servants, the servants of my Father at home, they have plenty to eat all the time. I know what I'll do. I'll go home and say, Father, I'm not worthy to be called your son. Just let me be your servant. At least I'll have food. I will humble myself. I'll go do that. I'll go do that. Yes, that's what I'll do. Turns for home. The Father sees you a long way off and runs to meet you. And you deliver part of your sermon. Father, I'm not worthy to be called your son. Make me a servant, please. Now, have none of that. Bring out the finest robe. Kill the fatted calf. For my son who once was dead is alive. My son who once was lost is now found. Let the party begin.